You're watching New York Jets Today by Chat Sports. Harrison Graham with today's video. Let's talk more Marcus Maye following the franchise tag deadline coming and going on 4 o'clock Eastern yesterday, July 15th, or depending on when you're watching this. Did not agree to a long-term deal. So now there's a lot of chatter. Well, could the Jets trade him? And Ian Rappaport reported that the Jets kind of lowballed Maye. I think they offered him like $10 million a year, and he wanted 12, 13, or 14, and just not nearly close enough to get a long-term deal done. And now it seems like there is a chance that he could get traded before the season actually starts. Let me just first say this. I would have paid Marcus Maye. I get safeties aren't maybe as valuable as they used to be unless they're like a hybrid guy like Tyrann Mathieu who can do a bunch of different things. But you already let what's-his-name go a couple of years ago. I can't even think of him. Jamal Adams, thank you, Producer Marshall. You already let him go, and now you're probably going to lose Marcus Maye next offseason unless you can get a long-term deal done then, which you couldn't get done now. So what are the chances of that happening? Not very good at the end of the day. He's certainly not as good as Adams, but he's still really good. Like, he's better in coverage. There's no doubt about that. 88 tackles, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. I like Marcus Maye quite a bit, which is why I would have paid him. I wouldn't have made him the highest paid safety. I would have given him $12 million a year, though, on a 3 or 4 year deal. The Jets are trying to kind of reinvigorate their culture, and Maye is still a young player that can be a part of this rebuilding process led by new quarterback Zach Wilson. So will the Jets trade Marcus Maye? Because that's where the discussion goes next. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Will the Jets trade their safety now that they didn't get a long-term deal done? Get your votes in, Y for yes or N for no. The reason you have to consider it is there's a good chance that Marcus Maye is just going to walk now in 2022. Sure, you could tag him for a second straight year, but do you want to franchise tag a safety 2 years in a row when it's going to go up way in terms of cost next year? I don't know. I don't think that's a very good idea. It's pretty rare when guys get tagged twice. Brandon Scherff is playing on the tag again this year, but that is a very rare example of that being the case. I think now you have to explore a trade if you are Joe Douglas, if you are this Jets organization, because you didn't get a deal done. If at 28 years old, maybe you're saying, well, let's just trade him. Let's get a third-round pick, whatever it is, and we'll just move on without Marcus Maye. I'm not saying I would do that. I'm saying you should at least consider it, considering you didn't get a long-term deal done. Speaking of the defense, who is the Jets' best defensive player right now? Still have high hopes for Quinnen Williams. He's been a bit inconsistent since being drafted. Let me know what you guys think. Who is the best Jets defensive player right now? And we'll see you next time here on New York Jets Today.